Alright, so today we have with us team of the film Gehraiyaan. Joining me is Ananya Panday, Dhairya, and the captain of the ship, Shakun Batra. Hi, welcome to SpotboyE.
Hi,
Hi,
thank
hi,
you.
hi.
Hi.
Firstly, a huge congratulations to you guys because the title track is out and it's already a hit on social media. So, yeah, exactly.
Yay.
So, Ananya, I'm starting with you. Trailer, it looks very promising, and Gehraiyaan, it has been the film, which has been the talk of the town ever since, the film was announced. And now when the film is finally releasing next week, I want to know how excited are you, to know the audience reaction because this is the first time that fans will get to see you in all, a different avatar.
Yeah.
So, how excited are you?
No, as you said, I think it's just been an exciting journey for me and for all of us from the get-go, Since the film was narrated to all of us individually and then we started shooting and now I can't even believe that it's going to release next week. Like when you're saying it, it's just, it's really, it's a very overwhelming moment, especially because of the response, that the trailers received and the teaser and the songs, people are really seeming to enjoy it and relate to it. And we've put in a lot of love and honesty and hard work into this film. So we're really curious to know what the audience is going to say. It's a different film. It's a complex relationship drama. So we're totally open to the conversation that's going to happen after the film.
Right. So coming to you, Shakun, the film it deals with subjects like infidelity and insecurities and much more. So as the release date is inching closer, is there any pressure that you are having that how the audience will perceive it and or whatever you want to convey through this film, it will be portrayed in the right way? Is there any sort of pressure on you?
Well, no, I think we've gone and we've been responsible in making the film we wanted to make, and I think we've put all our love in it, and I think we've tried our best to make sure we did justice to the story you wanted to tell. Is there pressure on me? No, I think there's no real pressure. But am I eager to know how it's received? Am I having those little moments of anxiety and nervousness? Of course, but that's just part and parcel of going through a release process.
Right.
But I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely thankful for how people have reacted so far, and I just honestly want to just meet the expectations. That's really my hope.
Right.
I want to meet the expectations. I want people to, when they watch it, be like, oh, we did connect and it was a good experience. That's the pressure if you want to talk about, but I can't anticipate it right now. I have to wait and see how that plays out,
Right. So, Dhairya, this is your first, film as a lead, right? And you're getting so much attention and love. So, how are you putting your head around all the attention that you have been getting?
I'm loving it because I've been working towards it, and that's what you want when you're progressing in a career. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to be here, and I just want to build on this momentum. I've been fortunate to be part of some great films up till now, and I hope Gehraiyaan has received the same as my previous two films have been. And yeah, I'm just loving it. I'm living the moment, enjoying it. Yeah.
Ananya, you look absolutely beautiful in the film, and we've seen that you have left no stone unturned in order to get into that vibe of your character Tia, right? But I want to know from you that personally how challenging it was to play Tia.
It was challenging. I mean, honestly, when Sid and I both keep saying this, but when we, when narrated the film, when we decided we were going to do the film, individually we both were so excited to be a part of this film, but we were also like, okay, now how are we going to do this? Because for me, it was a very emotionally fleshed out character in that way. I was playing someone who's going through something that I've not experienced in life. And I really had to, maybe I felt those emotions, but I really had to dive in deeper. And I think for me, a lot of conversations with Shakun helped me kind of put together my thoughts. He helped me kind of go in deeper into what I was thinking. And a lot of the workshops that we did, be it the acting classes or the intimacy workshops and all of that, we had a lot of workshops and we worked a lot together. And honestly, because Tia is quite similar to how I am as a person, I kind of, for my personal challenge in that sense was kind of breaking down that barrier that you build when you're trying to protect yourself. And I'm the kind of person, I'm extremely emotional, but like I don't like other people to see that. But when you're an actor, you kind of have to break all that down and do it in front of the camera, which is like millions of people will be watching you be your most vulnerable and fragile self. So I think personally for me, just breaking down that barrier and letting go of those inhibitions was probably the biggest challenge.
Right. Now, Ananya, there are very less characters, which helps us to, discover about ourselves, right? So, I mean, was Tia one such character that helped you to discover about yourself?
Interesting. I'd like to know this.
Yeah, honestly, I'm also. I think definitely in general, the film has changed my view on relationships. You never really know how you're going to react in a situation until you go through it yourself. You can say, oh, I won't do this, I won't be okay with that, I would walk out, I would leave this person, but you never know until you're in the thick of a situation and you are feeling those circumstances around you. So I think I realized to not jump the gun in that way, to not have preconceived notions and be too tied up to set notions and values until I have to go through something myself.
Shakun, so I want to know from you that what was your thought process, behind roping in an intimacy director, because this was quite new, there have been films, we have seen, intimate scenes and all that, but this is quite a new thing, right? So, what was your thought process, behind casting an intimacy director for the film?
Well, I think things are changing. I knew I wanted to treat intimacy in a different way than we'd seen before, and I just wanted to make sure that we've kind of given it all the, care and attention it needed. And I was reading a lot about how the West is doing it, and then I called my friend Dhairya, who shot a couple of music videos. They were beautiful, and I just wanted her to be a part of it and bring that to our film. So yes, as much as I think intimacy directors becoming the conversation, I really hope that in the long run, it's as normal as having a choreographer or an action director, because that's really what it is. You don't say, oh, did you have a cameraman? We obviously have a cameraman, and similarly, I think it will become the norm. It will become how things would go. So yes, I'm very, very glad that in some small way we managed to take those steps and create a more safer, secure environment for actors. But at the same time, I really hope it just becomes more and more part of how we work,
What do you think of Ananya as Tia? Do you think that she has, completely justified it?
No, not at all. I don't like her. I don't know what she's thinking.
Shakun, I'm only going to put this part and then everyone's going to be like, you're horrible to me.
But you have already made my a thing by saying that I laughed at your face. So now
But did you not?
Listen, she's been amazing. She's been amazing, and then some more.
Right.
I've just been very lucky with everyone, and I think everyone's just been a dream to work with. And I'm very, very happy. And I'm actually, in many ways, I think actors are the strength of this film. So I think they lead. And that's been
Do you
really...
feel that Ananya has delivered her best performance in this film
Arey,
so
but
far?
Too much pressure, guys.
Honestly, she is just starting
Yeah.
out. All
Right.
of us are young. I'm on my third film. Third, right?
You're third, my fourth.
So I think we are all figuring it out. I don't think any one of us are saying this has to be our best. I think we are all learning, and we all want to make sure we keep making more relevant stuff. And we want to make sure that as we grow, we progress, we make better films. And that's the intent. I hope it is our best work.
So far, because we
yeah.
want to grow from here
Yeah.
also. We don't want it to be like a now bus.
Yeah, but we don't say that with any kind of pride that this is our best work. We
Yeah.
say it because we want to be better at what we do. So yeah, that's that.
Okay. Dhairya, I know you have been part of the films, where you have like an ensemble cast, right? So this time, when you was offered, this film, were you a bit kind of, hesitant, to take a film which has an, ensemble cast?
No, not at all, because I've been part of ensemble
Okay.
films, and this wasn't it wasn't anything different. And rather than being insecure, I feel being surrounded by great actors, you learn. I'm in my nascent stages in my career, and you know, if I'm surrounded by great actors, I learn, I grow. So I'm relishing this, being part of such a great, talented ensemble.
But were you ever intimidated, to work, with actors like Deepika, and of course then you have talented Ananya. So were you a bit also intimidated?
With Ananya, I was very intimidated.
Ananya's the actor everyone was scared of. They were like,
Not because
"She
of my
can-"
acting, it was because of, I don't even know what he was saying about. I'm so chill.
We watched all your work and then we were like, wow.
Wow.
Here's Meryl Streep walking on the set.
Do you want me to start?
Listen, we are friends.
Yeah.
We pull each other's leg,
Okay.
All
and
the time.
genuinely,
Right.
that's all that is. Nobody's intimidated by anybody.
Yeah.
We just have a great time as people, as friends. We get along,
Okay.
and
All
that's
of our
really
sense
what
of
it is.
humor is the same, which I think kind of,
Yeah, we borrow that.
we borrow that from each
We
other.
steal jokes.
But
all the time.
Shakun, while doing, like serious or the very intense kind of a role, who was the one, who was like, हमेशा एक मस्ती के mood में, who was that?
Okay, no, I
person?
don't know. No. I don't know. I'm done with this question.
Who is it?
I just want to say that Shakun, before an intense scene, will show me the funniest video or gif, okay? Right before I have to cry, I've gotten into it, and Shakun will be like, once again, I think he's coming to give me some direction. He shows me a video or a picture. And I start laughing, and then he's like, okay, now get serious. And I'm like, how can you do that? You remember when you did this? I have to tell you about what you did once.
Possible, but when you see a great GIF, you have to share it.
Yeah. Well-
Those are the rules of that we work on in our
Yeah.
film. You have a good meme, a good video, you
You
gotta.
have to share
And
it.
you don't
That's
hold on to that.
priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got our priorities right on this movie set. That I
Clearly.
can tell you.
Yeah.
And Ananya, I know, you mentioned at the trailer launch, like when you was offered this film, right? You took 3 minutes, in the restroom, as you were shocked that, that you have come across a beautiful film, right? So I don't know from you that, when you first read the script, what was that one thing that sort of really appealed you or drew you towards your character,
But I also took 3 minutes in the washroom.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about that. Why were we
Okay.
talking about Ananya in the
Yeah,
washroom?
just because I was there
I
for
took 3
longer.
minutes and I was like, okay, how
Okay.
did that go?
We want to know about your
Okay.
bathroom experience.
We should
Shakun.
all share it. Dhairya is the only one who
Right.
didn't go to the bathroom
Really?
after
No,
the
you
script.
remember?
How?
He read it in the bathroom, I think.
That was very calm.
No, I think the best part about the film, this first thing that jumped out was the honesty of the film. I felt like a lot of the instances that were part of the story are things that I've seen in life around me or I've heard about. I found it very real life is messy in that way. In Hindi cinema, where used to seeing love stories and very romantic and the popcorn films and all the glossy films and stuff. But when you come across something that's so honest and real and relatable in that way, I think that's the best thing you can ask.
Right. So I think, how do you define, a perfect kind of a relationship? How would you define it?
I don't think there is a perfect relationship, and I don't want a perfect relationship. I think the fun is in the chaos, and there has to be a little bit of a roller coaster ride in that sense. But I think the most important thing to me is friendship when it comes to a relationship.
Shakun, in this era of crumbling marriages, what do you think, are the things that can keep two people always together? So what do you think?
Well, I think it depends on people. How much are they ready to work on relationship? What it means to them? How much do they
Right.
value it? But I think it's to each his own. Everyone values their relationship in a different way, and
Right.
I think people decide. If they want to go through the hardships, they want to work on it together,
Right.
or if they feel it's too much and they'd like to step back. I'm the last person for relationship advice. And I maintain that. Even if I needed my own advice, I'll say no to it. So I can't give my advice to anybody else.
So before we wrap up, I want to know from each one of you that the audience, are so excited to watch the film, what they can expect from Gehraiyaan. Starting with Ananya.
You want to start?
Let's shuffle it a bit. So yeah, I think I hope they see that it's a newer story, that it's something that you know, you connect with in a way where you're like, oh, this feels fresh, this feels new, and I think that would be something I would want for it to come across as when they watch it.
Yeah, I would just ask the audience to go into the film with an open mind and just enjoy the experience.
Yeah, same. Let the film, yeah, you just experience it really. Yeah, just go with the waves of emotion that it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and we just wish you all the very best for Gehraiyaan.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Right.